Go.
Here we go, the last show of the year.
Last show of the year.
And we have our buddy Eddie back after our Christmas show.
Many of you have asked why.
Well, some haven't even asked for him to be back.
Well,
Many
Some
have asked why.
for a replacement, Eddie to replace one of us.
Many have asked why. We can't answer that.
We aim to please.
Yes, we do.
And the other thing is, we had 3 stools here, and we had to have somebody on.
Somebody in
I mean,
here.
let's face
We
it.
got Eddie. He was on the corner picking up.
well,
leaves.
actually, my agent, Mike Vigneron, called. He called me. I was actually vacationing in Cancun, and I came. Because
You flew back.
This is the best.
I'm glad you didn't get killed by a drug lord down there.
Right.
No, no. And you
Don't
remember
drink the water.
Vigneron's claim to fame? He slept on the roof.
Slept
and
on the
had your
roof.
sleep up.
Not by his doing.
No, he shimmied down the drain pipe at the 8 a.m.
He went up on.
They took the ladder.
That's
They
a
took the
whole other
ladder
story,
away.
but
Yeah. That was the last senior sleep out at Bishop
it
Newman High
was. It
School.
was.
He
Our
is
class.
now,
Our class.
ended it. Yes.
Luckily, in the day, he might have come back into school with little retaliatory stuff there, but
Yeah, that's
we had
true.
a different mindset in those days.
Yeah, in
we
those
handled
days-
things differently.
Those
Very
days it
true.
didn't happen.
Yeah,
In fact, Vigneron. So his claim to fame too with me is now I didn't call him this because I was more bullied than most people. They called him NIF, no friends, and I use that term now like when I was working at the bank before I retired. I'd say, "Hey, we're gonna go down and get something to eat." No, I'm busy. I got a meeting. Whatever. I go. You're gonna make me NIF it? You're gonna make me NIF lunch?
Mike Vigneron. Got that term from Mike
Hi,
Vigneron.
Mike, if you're out there.
Yeah, Mike, God bless you.
Bless you,
Yeah,
buddy.
he's out in cyber world. So we're going to talk a little bit about mostly the Bills. The Sabres, we're starting to get to the point of not caring, but I do want to say something on them. Just a horrific team that this guy last night lost to the Bruins 3-2, essentially played with 9 fourth-liners, and if he really believes that this is sustainable, then he's out of his mind. I'm talking about Jason Bottrill. The other side is everybody's hero in Buffalo, New York, because we love muckers, Johan Larsson. All I'll say about that is he took 2 penalties in 1 shift, which is almost unheard of, and then came back after they scored the 2 decisive goals to beat us and was on the next shift. And he's got to be benched.
Since you started with the Sabres, I'll pipe in on that. We've said that before. When you punish players, we've had Casey Middlestat benched for a week effort in Vancouver. Zach Bogosian's been benched, and no arguments for any of that.
Right, yeah.
But I call it loserisms, right?
Right.
If you're not going to punish, that was 2
Those guys.
lazy plays by Larson,
Yeah.
but he was right back on the ice. That starts eating in the locker
Well,
room.
in the locker room. And
And-
a wise man just tweeted that last night.
Pitch better
Wiener
jump about
59.
that.
You've heard of him?
Yep.
No, it's 58 actually. Anyway, sorry about that. So.
But until this team realizes talent and really realizes what we have, our management,
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, it's really-
and by the way, everybody,
get
it's
excited.
not a lack of effort. This team is playing hard. It's amazing they are where they are.
It really is.
They have 45 shots on goal the other day against Boston.
Yep.
And it wasn't just, we're just flicking the puck. No, they're playing as hard as
They're
they
playing
can.
very
but
hard.
Penn State was the linebacker school.
Yeah.
Miami of Florida was the quarterback school, right?
Right.
We are the developers of the 4th line here. I call them right now because Jeff Skinner's out, the 39ers. We have 3 first liners and the rest are all 4th line guys. All of them.
39
And-
years. Oh.
Very good.
And until that's fixed, and until our GM shows some kind of idea that he knows what to do to get this team out, I feel for Eichel and these guys. By the way, what was up with the 10-minute misconduct at the end of the game?
Yeah, he probably swore at a ref for calling a late penalty on Reinhardt because he was sick of getting mauled in the corner.
And that's exactly right. And I know people out there are going to say, well, the Johan thing, that wouldn't happen. He did it. All right?
Yeah, he did it.
You've questioned other people's work habits, the Middlestat play, Bogosian. You've questioned them. He did that, and the results were that. If you're going to draw a line, I'm telling you, that's going to rip through that locker
It
room.
will. And finally, Eichel will get tired of this. This is a complete joke. But we got to stop there because we really don't want to spend a lot of time on a team that has no chance. Let's talk about the Buffalo Bills. So first, let's go.
Hold on one second. They're an average team, and I think if this GM could do a job, I'm going to say it again, that Rennie Rivera, Eddie Shack kind of deal,
Yes.
or a Briere.
How many times are you going to say it again?
I'm just going to say it. This team is sitting there,
Begging.
a couple of points out of the first place.
Yeah, begging.
A little tweak here. Don't give up our first round pick,
No.
but can you find some help for these guys? Maybe a Montour. There's got to be someone that needs some defensive help,
Sure
right?
there is.
Half the league does.
And find a forward that can play some hockey, and not another Euro, please.
What do you usually call those Euros?
Polyester.
and
Swiss Miss.
Swiss Miss. Okay.
I love the European guys we have on the team right now. All right, I do. I can't
I
argue
know,
about
you
any
hate
of them.
Colleen, you always
But
have.
I want no more. I need a tough.
All right, I'm going to have to shut you down because
All
there's
right, let's
a limit
go.
to this.
Let's go,
Okay.
let's
go.
Yeah.
Now, a week ago Saturday, it was 3 hours before kickoff in New England, and we lost. What do you think? Thoughts on that?
Thought we gave them a hell of a game. I'm a little disappointed our D gave up over 400 yards. I never would have predicted that.
Not have predicted it.
And at the end, our quarterback, we had the ball. We're marching down the field. You got to make some plays there, though, on him and on our receivers. And we said it that morning in the taping.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a call. Well, there it was, the non-call, the face mask.
Yeah, on the
That's
fourth
a
down
huge
run.
non-call. Who knows what happens there?
Oh, it's 1st and 10 on 13.
But,
They call it.
and one last thing, they stay up all night, they study film, we order out Chinese, whatever they get in the basement out there to eat. How do you stand there and let that, and by the way, let that guy run 17 plays for 3 hours?
Yeah.
You got to do something different. When you
Gotta
beat New
stop
England, you got to punch him in the mouth. And I say the shame on the Jets, Dolphins, and Bills for being their bitch for all these years.
Right.
Shame on the three
No pressure
organizations.
on Brady whatsoever.
Nothing.
We didn't bring.
And he wasn't 1-2 and get rid of it.
No.
He was dancing back there patting the ball. Nothing.
And on our line, guys, that was Marshall
line.
Newhouse over there.
That left tackle was Marshall Newhouse.
Yeah.
That guy couldn't
Great
wipe his own
interview.
butt here.
Great interview, a longtime veteran. If you
Terrible
listen
football.
to him, but he's not a starting left tackle. We couldn't undress that somehow.
3rd string right tackle, 3rd string center. And we were dancing in the moonlight.
By the way, in that
That's
game,
right.
that ref from 6 miles away heard a foul word by Jordan Phillips
Yeah.
to give them. It was
Yeah.
a touchdown drive, but
Yeah.
that was
yeah.
down near the goal line anyway. But nobody saw. 9 guys don't see the face mask on the guy running with the football.
No.
Come on now.
You know, all that being said, we have it 1st and goal on the 8 to try and tie the game, and we end up 4th and goal on the 15, and he gets blitzed and he just
Right.
throws up a.
Everybody just
I mean,
missed
what
everybody.
the heck?
That was awful.
Get
All
the
these-
ball in the end zone.
All
Come
these
on.
OTAs,
Yeah.
PTAs, CTAs, team bonding, cookie bakes, peanut butter and jelly socials. Come on,
This
Bills.
is the team since
Really?
2000
That's owned you.
that's owned you.
And not
First
all
goal
those
on the
guys,
8. Get
but
the
there are-
ball in the end
That's
You're
zone.
damn right. And that's why I say
Wow.
not only the Bills, Jets
Everybody
and
else.
Dolphins
Yeah, I
too.
agree.
Pussies.
I agree.
Well-
You got to punch this team in the mouth.
We're fast forwarding here, but what happened yesterday? The Dolphins beat them.
Oh, and by the way, the Capaccio, our sideline guy, that he said he wasn't going to blame refereeing and stuff. He blamed the tough schedule on the Bills, the short work week. I say bullshit.
Yeah.
This is New England. If you can't get jacked, you put 11 guys off the street.
That's right.
I'm sure someone's going to lay that
You know,
son
one
of a
thing,
bitch on his
guys,
ass.
I heard during the halftime of the game, the Bills game. You guys, of course, were at the game. Boomer Esiason brought up a point when Miami and New England, they were at halftime. They were 10-10. The game was tied.
Fire was close.
He said in the first game, the 43-0 game, Belichick kept his starters in the whole game.
Yeah.
And he
Yes,
said
he
the
did.
Dolphins did not
Did
forget
not like
about
that.
that. See, now this is what I mean.
Right.
This is the mindset you got to go
You
into
gotta
a
have.
game.
You gotta be
like-
angry.
You got to
And-
be angry.
And we all know about the spy gates, and they were apparently spying on the Bengals and all this stuff. Shame on all of yous for letting these guys blitz that guy and put him down.
That's right.
Oh, you can't because he'll beat you. Well, then we
Well,
get
let
the
him
ball
beat you.
back.
I'll get the ball back. Throw a bomb. First of all, he's got a wobble arm now. Throw a bomb, beat us. You probably can't, but if you do, great, because I get the ball back in 17 plays
And
for
this-
9-10 minutes.
Take a late hit.
And-
Take
Exactly. And this
right on the side
wasn't.
of the knee.
Yeah.
And this wasn't Brady of the three-step throw, three-step
No,
roll. We
it
never would bump and
was
run
not.
because you can't bump and run; they'll beat you deep. He was rolling deep back there.
Yes, he was.
Shame on the whole mess.
And the whole Edelman thing. I hope to God we were safe.
By the way, it was faking it.
Yeah.
We've said it before on this show. They coached that. Boom.
Well, and the thing about Edelman for me, and you're right, that's typical Bella. I'm gonna say Belichick. We're on video.
I did
BS.
swear earlier.
You did. I'm pretty appalled.
Sorry about that.
So, but Edelman, he stands on the line. Let's talk about the 2-point conversion. He stands on the line. It's from the 2-yard line. He walks off. I love this guy, by the way. But our linebacker.
Matt Milano.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Milano.
Well, I don't know. Where am I?
We all said sitting here,
Ryan
Wayne,
Blum?
watch Edelman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
watch Edelman. So, just like we used to say, who was the other guy? Watch tight end.
Watson,
90s?
Gronkowski.
No. Watch 90s.
Ben Coates.
Ben
Ben Coates.
Right.
All right. So anyway, he comes off the line. Matt Milano does not touch him. He cuts across the middle. Micah Hyde grabs him around the waist, and he walks through that and catches the ball by himself. I'm going, you had no idea what was going
I know.
on.
And remember though, the way Wayne explains it, it happened even faster.
Yeah,
And I would have rather had 5 guys on Edelman
and hit an open guy.
and
Yeah.
Jimmy Smith's in the back of the end zone wide open.
Yeah.
Right.
Then let that guy catch the pass.
When you play them, Edelman's
How
got
do
to
you
go
let
down,
him go?
and White's got to go down. Other than that, they can't really beat you.
No.
And this Sony Michelle runs straight up. He's got nothing. By the way, I like JVC Jackson better than Sony Michelle when they came out. I always liked JVC better than Sony. And you know,
Sony Michelle,
Samsung,
true.
Samsung.
No, I'm an RCA. I love the dog with the black eye.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm an RCA
yes.
man myself.
So,
But anyways, that's our New England.
so that's back in New England. So now the Bills going yesterday, not needing the game. Josh had like 6 plays. Nobody cares, and I agree. Although I would have liked to have seen if Barkley could have pulled something off to maybe, you know, he threw right to like guys all day. I mean,
Eddie and I both said very disappointed.
Yeah,
Matt
we're
Barkley
disappointed
I'm
the way
very
Barkley
disappointed.
played. Yeah.
well, that last pass that he got picked were on a touchdown drive
know.
to take the
It's
lead, and he
terrible.
threw right to a
Right
guy.
to him.
You know, next year in April, when we talk about drafting a quarterback and stuff. I
Well,
don't
to
know
replace Josh, right?
Right. I don't know why in case he gets hurt, right? But I don't know
I
why
mean,
the
just cut
position
him.
is the only position you can't draft another good player.
It's psychology.
It's
They get all
because
screwed up.
we don't have reps. What else are you guys doing out with all these, whatever we went through, the
OTA,
OTAs and
DTA,
everything?
CDA.
But if there's a
Right.
quarterback there, we're going to be drafting in the 20s, right?
Right.
Maybe higher up, let's hope, but whatever. If the best guy's there, a damn quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
either trade back or take him. And that's not because I'm not happy with
No,
Josh, but
you got to have 2.
good players, and you gotta have. That was very disappointing with Barkley.
Yeah.
They take a timeout. They come out of the timeout. He fumbles the snap. The whole right side of the team doesn't move. What happens?
I
there?
That's
don't
a
know.
great play out of a
That
timeout.
was something.
That was nice.
That was
Yeah, but so Barkley and all that, and we don't win. That would have been nice to have 11 wins, but I get you have to rest people. Nasecki
we
went down again, and so did
Levi Wallace,
Levi
Ron
Wallace.
Johnson.
Again, I was more like Wrangler
Ford.
Wallace. I was big with Wrangler Wallace, but
Ford.
Levi was there.
Ford went down. I don't know the update
Ford's
on
fine.
those guys.
Ford's fine.
Fine.
He's cool. So we
One
got
thing
through
happened
it.
in that game though that we've been talking about for a few weeks here.
What happened?
6 catches, 108 yards for Duke Williams. Guy plays with some moxie. He's a
Really?
tough kid.
Moxie. What? How do you define Moxie?
Whatever it is.
He had a key drop. I mean, I
He
didn't,
did
I didn't
have-
like
he did.
the drop.
Third down.
He did.
Right in his hands.
But he made some
but
nice
he made
plays.
some nice plays.
My question is, okay, going into the playoff game coming up on Saturday, do you scratch Foster and dress out Duke Williams?
I would.
Foster was lost out there yesterday.
Completely lost. He has been, frankly. They
what
throw it up
happened
the
to that
sidelines.
guy?
There's
I
nobody
just don't
doing
understand
anything.
it.
I don't know what happened. He seemed to have some magic with Allen last season.
Yes.
He's had a groin injury, which has hampered him, but I agree, Eddie.
I'm not seeing the speed. I'm not seeing
No,
anything.
No. And something's wrong.
I would play. Here's why I would play Duke Williams. I know the GR is going to go wild, but the reason I play Duke Williams, I got home yesterday completely soaked to the bone. By the way, holy Christ, was that raining! So we get home, and I threw on the red zone, and I'm watching all these games, and these quarterbacks to a man, no wonder they're 70% completion. First they dump the ball, but when they throw it upfield, they're throwing to a receiver where it's a contested ball. They go up and get it.
Right.
We got Smurfs.
Right.
So
Very true.
the bottom line is you need somebody, and I think Duke Williams can do that.
I do
I
too.
agree.
I know
I agree.
he had the drop and stuff, but it was a.
I would play him for sure.
I definitely,
I would.
I definitely put.
And you
him
know
there.
what? I probably bring T.J. Yeldon in. Sorry, Frank Gore, you're in the Hall of Fame, but I need somebody that I know he holds onto the ball. We got to work on that, but Yeldon's got moves. He can take the dump passes, and their D is ranked pretty poorly. Now we know about rankings and numbers, but
Right.
they're not a great D.
Right.
Yeah, you'll have to account for J.J. Watt, but frankly, people are moving the ball on them and they're scoring on them. Get every weapon we can into this offense.
Agreed.
And Josh has to. The New England game, he missed some open guys, and we
Yeah.
had some big drops
Early on,
Got to
yeah.
wipe those out.
Yes.
Got to make some plays.
Dawson Knox
plays.
can play if he could
Have
just
to make plays.
get
Dawson
consistent.
Knox could have beat the Patriots big time, but we couldn't connect with him. Got to get that in.
Yes.
And I know Josh said he was a little nervous before the game, but that kid's a strong finisher. I think I like our chances against Houston, but we can't. You gotta make plays. And in the New England game, we didn't make as many plays as they
That's
did.
what it- that's
Gotta
what it
make
was.
plays.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I don't get it. You said it a few times. Got to make plays.
Yep. Got to play him. Well, I think we get overgrown with analytics
Analytics.
and coaching and stuff. The bottom line is they're playing against each other. Everybody knows what everybody's going to do. And like you said, contested balls and stuff. We got to make some plays. You can't have the drops, fumbles, turnovers, stuff like that. Got to play error-free football.
I like our chances.
I do too.
I just don't like the fact.
Like the matchup.
99% of Western New York says, "I wish we were playing Houston instead of Kansas City."
Yeah, that
no
scares
doubt,
you.
it
That
scares
scares
me.
Like,
It just
oh, look
scares
what you
me.
forget what you wished for.
I mean, Houston is—they're not that bad.
No.
But I think the Bills should win this game.
I do too.
Really do.
I do too. Now it's a 3-point game. Houston's favored. That's pretty much just home field.
That's it.
So frankly, I think they're. I mean, I would say we're pretty close as far as teams.
Yeah.
We gave them a hell
They're
of a
always
game.
better. Our D's better.
Gave them a hell of a game down there last year, and the teams are still pretty similar.
Yeah.
Right, but then Allen got hurt, right, I think?
Yeah, Peterman had to pick
And
six.
to pick six when
That
we were
was it. It
moving.
was
Yeah.
13-13.
Yeah, we were right
So,
with them.
it'll
It's
be-
going to be a similar game.
It
It'll
is.
be a close, I think.
We need to run too. We were playing a D. They can't really. They're not a great D. You need to set up the pass with the run too. Most times you can't do that. You got to set up the pass with the run with the pass.
Right.
This, I think, you could set up the run or the pass with the run, and I think we need to get some through there. And I would use Yeldon. I would use Singletary. I wouldn't use a lot of Frank Gore unless we're in kneel down mode at the end.
Well, and I think too that the Bills, it's another nationally televised game. They're going to be jacked up.
We got Booger.
No, we got Snot Sampson in the game, or whatever his name is. I think I'm looking for a big.
We have
big
no
effort.
alternative though.
Go do it.
Don't
By the
turn
way-
down your TV and put Murphy
Right.
on.
That's
All right.
Oh no.
By the way,
Touchdown! Touchdown, Buffalo! Touchdown!
Something happened yesterday in the Bills game. They call a timeout
Air.
to bring Lorenzo Alexander out of the game.
Yeah.
He can't help that. And there was no announcement made. Now I know he didn't announce his retirement,
Right.
but something could have been done there instead of all these
Yeah.
doggone commercials and.
That's all we have. I remember one time I was sitting there getting just absolutely drenched. There's 9 minutes to go in the third, and we called the timeout. After which we had like the 6-yard loss where he just fell on it.
Right.
And I'm going. All I kept saying is, please, not another timeout. Just run the ball.
Yeah.
We gotta get out of here.
Get out of here.
By the way,
was
Lorenzo's
awful.
daughter did the national anthem.
Yeah,
I don't know
she
if you
did.
can tell
I
me.
saw it, yeah.
Awesome job.
Yes.
Classy guy, man.
Awesome as
Classy
well.
He's a great guy.
Go win that game for Zoe.
I didn't really like her voice,
Go
but
in it.
I thought she was
Go
good.
in it.
I was ticket taking on 135. They just
Wow.
kept calming and
Wow.
calming. I'm like, what's going on?
Walk up crowd or what?
Walk, I don't know. And then I think people didn't want to leave the safety of their
Oh.
awnings and stuff.
Sure.
And then I got about 10 people left, and my thing dies, my reader. So I call over the supervisor asking for a new reader, and I got people like they never knew what was going on. They're kind of pushing by me and stuff, and I go, please, I got to get a new reader. I go, there are 3 people over here if you'd like to go this way, and they're staring at me, complete buffoons. They reeked of weed. And it's like you have no idea what you're doing. And one guy just kind of keeps pushing by me. I go, sir, you can't go in. Well, I gotta get scanned. I go, I don't have a scanner.
By the
But
way,
there's a woman there and 6 more there.
By the way, at halftime, my first game of the year there, my kids love going, they go a lot, but the
2
red
minutes,
zone,
2-minute warning.
the red zone at halftime. And Tommy John, my son, said they never do that. Why can't we do that? That was
I know,
pretty cool.
that was pretty cool.
Okay,
You know?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Super Bowl predictions. I will start.
Go ahead.
I'm picking out of the American Football Conference.
Whoa.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
I am picking out of the National Conference the Green Bay Packers. A rematch of Super Bowl number
Green
1.
Bay.
100-year anniversary of the NFL, and my pick is going to be a rematch of Super Bowl number 1.
Wow.
Wow, that's a pretty good pick. That's a tough argument.
Yes.
I think if anybody goes, this Baltimore team's running crazy and stuff, and they're a pretty strong team there. I'm gonna take the Ravens, I think,
Against?
and I'm gonna say Seattle Seahawks, Ravens.
I will take the
By the way,
Ravens.
is Lynch going back there?
He's back.
He
right?
played last
Yeah,
night.
he's back.
No prop.
He is a really class guy. I don't know if you know that. I want, I'll say the Buffalo Bills of the National Football League. No, I'm sorry. I'd love to pick them. I'm going Baltimore and the Niners.
Wow.
Yep.
All right, and
The
by,
Niners are good.
to all our viewers, have a blessed, healthy, safe,
healthy
New
New Year
Year's.
to everybody.
You know.
Wait a minute. Well, we said we think the Bills are going to win. I didn't hear any predictions.
I'm gonna take the Bills. The Bills by 3 in an upset.
In Houston, okay.
I'll be at the airport too.
Bills by 3, a Hauschka field goal at the end.
Yep. I agree, Eddie.
Okay, well, you're going to disagree with this. I've got the Houston Texans by 14. I'm kidding. I'm going to take the Bills by 7.
There you
Beautiful.
go. Oh, you heard it.
You heard it here first.
We'll all be at the airport if they win.
We really going to go?
I'll go. I was
Well, it's
going to
prior.
go for
It's
beating
right
New England.
over here.
I'll go.
Yeah.
It's about 3 miles away. We
That's
can
right.
go.
Been there before. Do it again.
Yes,
Yes.
you have. All right, great. Everybody have a great, safe New Year, and
Thanks, Eddie.
Happy
New
New
Year.
Year. Thanks
Happy
for
New
having
Year.
us,
See
guys.
some more of this
Happy
guy.
New Year.
Some
and
more on the show, too,
we
with
might
Eddie.
have to say, I'm down in Florida for 11 days. Unless we do a remote, you're going to need some help.
Well,
So-
meebe Eddie and I'll run the show.
Well, I'm
I mean, I
getting
could
nervous
run it.
about Eddie because he might take my spot.
No, never.
Kinda getting older.
No,
I'm
you
getting
never-
older.
No. You're the man.
I'm the man.
Get somebody to work the camera. We can do it.
Yeah, you could. Maybe,
Justy maybe could do it.
yes, he could.